Hello and welcome to the 114th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast.
That's good.
I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby. You're good, man. I can't believe you pulled that 14 right out of your bum.
Yeah, I definitely didn't check immediately after I said it to make sure I didn't have to re-record anything.
Yeah, so anyway, Chris,
Jordan?
you want to know the normal deets? You seem to forget. You have like short-term memory loss. You're always asking me, where do we find the podcast? 114
We have
times.
a podcast?
114 times, actually.
Yeah, tell everyone where to find it.
So, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, and Pocket Casts, as well as the RSS feed linked below. And if you want to contact us, do it in the YouTube comments section or via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. You can send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. We also have Instagram and TikTok. We post shorts, and you can reach us there. And I do want to apologize once again for the echo. We have not had time to fix that. Chris has been getting by school, and I just showed up, and we,
Yeah,
discussed.
Jordan doesn't live here.
We pondered, so.
Yeah, so basically, I am in the process of just getting absolutely defiled by my university at the moment.
Just
Absolutely, like, just bent over the table, just
two fists, like
both of them, like working in tandem, like a V-twin.
Fucking, oh my god.
It's brutal.
New definition of two-stroke.
It's many stroke.
Yeah. But, yeah, Chris is just getting tandem fucked. They have tandem bites, but...
Yeah, but with men.
And their genitalia.
Yes.
So, Chris, why are you being fucked? What's going on? Just assignments? Teachers? Did someone shoot you?
Just assignments. It's like, I got my overarching project that I have to do. This is I have a semester project that I have the whole semester to do one project. And,
Sounds easy.
Naturally, I was
it's
like,
not.
oh, I'm going to sign myself up for something that I think might be easy, but I've never done before, so I don't know. And it's not. So
It's the Android app, right?
yeah, I'm doing an Android app. Android sucks.
Yeah.
There's many things I would rather do, but I didn't know that at the time. I was like, an Android app. I had this idea for an app.
And you can't change now.
It's too late to change now.
Yeah. That's what I figure. You're already, like 7 weeks in?
Just, this starts 7 weeks.
Monday starts 7 weeks, yeah. So by the time you hear this, you're 7 weeks in, so... A little late to change, so that sucks.
Yeah, but I'm gaining ground on that finally, which is nice. I'm finally understanding things, which is good. And I just got a big assignment for one of my other classes where I have to do like some web development stuff, and it's kind of annoying that like I have other shit I have to take care of. And I just got my second project for my editing class, which is, I have a vague idea of what I might do now, because I was thinking about it this morning. But basically, I've just been given footage, none of it relational, just given footage, saying, make something with this.
It's like practically a fucking stock video.
Not quite. I mean, it is like footage from a specific source that I don't really want to say, but...
Obviously, yep.
It's a specific source, and my professor's just like, just make something with this. Fuck you mean, just make something with it? Yeah. I can't do that. What do you think I am?
Yeah.
So.
Like, what the fuck?
There's no specific guidelines other than like, oh, it has to have so many cuts, and you have to put in this much audio.
I thought you were an innovator.
I am an innovator, but... I need a direction if I'm going to innovate.
Yeah, true.
So, I have some vague idea of what I might do, but I'm not sure yet. And then I have just a BS class that I had to sign up for because it's one of my requirements for some fucking reason. So I've like, the specific class isn't a requirement, but like I needed something under like one of these subjects. It didn't matter what it was. Yeah. So I have a class like that, and I have to write a fucking essay for it now, like for Sunday, which is pretty really epic. Cringe.
Yeah, pretty epic. Epic gamer moment right there.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Basically, I've just I've just had like my nose to the grindstone. I've just been going, just been doing things, and my sanity is starting to fade. It's starting to I'm starting to kind of walk back on like sanity. I'm fine now because I slept a decent amount last night. But if I'm working on normal sleep schedule and normal like a doing things schedule, I just my sanity really starts to wane.
Starts to take a hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know one thing you did that was hopefully good for the old sanity. We went out to dinner with the boys at work.
We did do that. That was fun.
That was a good time.
Jordan got drunk.
I was too drunk to ask this at the time, but how was your meal? How was your meal?
Oh, it was delicious.
What did you get again?
I had a cheeseburger.
Yeah. I had a pulled pork sando.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good, man.
Shit was pretty bomb.
And it was all the boys. We got around, and Jordan had a designated driver, so he got just belligerently drunk.
My boss he was designated driver, so I ended up drinking more than I would normally, a lot more.
And there was a point in the night where Jordan wasn't saying anything. He was listening to someone speak, and he was just gesturing vaguely with a bottle.
The Giraffe Man, I had a bottle of not Angry Orchard, I almost said it again, Oktoberfest that was empty, and Giraffe Man was talking, and I was just like...
Yeah, he was just pointing with a bottle.
You know, like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme with him with like the glass like that? It was like that, but way more like slurred, and like... Power of Christ compels you.
And he had pretty much zero tone regulation, just saying things, because it was already kind of loud in the place to begin with.
Yeah.
So, it was just a bunch of Jordan doing things.
Yeah.
You got real Jordan-y.
Yeah. Got very fiddly.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Point, what was really funny is I remember this distinctly. I have a couple like distinct images in my head of things I did.
Blips.
I got blips. I remember the night pretty well, but like in general, there's always these ones that stand out.
Yeah.
One of the ones that stands out for me that Chris might not even remember because I don't think he noticed I did this. I was trying to get his attention, and he was talking to the new person that I work with, and I like leaned over Alex and I went to Chris. And he didn't respond, and then I went right back to my seat, and I was like...
I didn't even notice. The opposite happened multiple times, where you weren't like, I don't think you were saying anything, but you were just listening to people around you. And I was like, Jordan, hey, Jordan, hey, Jordan, and you just didn't notice.
He was one seat away.
Yeah.
It was me, Alex, him.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So, I had to drive, obviously, so I had one drink. I had a Moscow Mule, but it was made with like peach moonshine. That was pretty good.
Alex had a sip.
Alex got he paid $14 or $16 for a drink and took one sip.
It was a Mule Shine margarita.
I took more. I took more of a sip out of that drink than Alex did.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I had an Oktoberfest that I drank within probably like 2.5 or 3 minutes. After that, I got the same thing as Alex. I drank that slower because it was a bit bitter.
Margarita.
Yeah, and then once I started to get a little tipsy, then it tasted better as normal. So once it tasted better, I like pounded it, and then I finished off. I was like, I said to our boss, I mean, he's a great influence, I said to him, I was like, I'm almost as drunk as Maine, I feel like. And he goes, oh, well, you need another beer then. And he turns to the waitress. He goes, hey, he needs a drink. And the waitress came over, and I went,
boy needs a drink.
The waitress goes, yeah, what do you want? And I was totally thrown off. I went, Oktoberfest.
The fucking,
Yeah. So she got me the Oktoberfest, and then I drank that pretty quick. And yeah, I mean, dude, I was hurting. I don't know. Did I tell you what happened when we were driving home? I think I told Alex, but I don't know if you were there.
Oh, no, where like there was the traffic incident that happened.
Yeah, there was like a sudden stop, like not super sudden. Like our boss was on top of it, but it was like maybe to me it seemed sudden. But there was a car in front of us, and he had to like get on his brakes a little harder, and I was like, dude, it felt like I was going like Mach 5 towards that car. I was like, oh my god!
You stop and you're like, holy shit, is this heaven?
It was like that TikTok trend where like
someone
just
does
something and cuts to
heaven.
them in heaven. Yeah,
that was fucking funny.
So
I liked that a lot.
It was a good time though. I had a pulled pork sandwich, pretty good, but they ran out of like everything. They ran out of like wings and brisket. Like what?
Yeah,
ribs
it was like
for a barbecue place.
The waitress was like, yeah, so you can order stuff, but like we're out of like
6 things.
We're out of like 90% of our menu, basically.
Yeah. So
you know,
it was a good time,
is
though.
what it was. You know, it is what it is. Though I had a good time.
Yeah.
And then that night, I came home. Obviously, drove home, and I was working on an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a text. I hear it. My phone went off. Right.
New phone. Who this?
And then I look. I was like, oh, it's our boss. He's saying something. And it's just, at first it was just a screenshot that loaded of an email. And and then the other text actually loaded in that said, hey, my wife got this confirmation to like purchase a PS5. Do you want it? Because I have the invitation and I already have one. So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, the timing on this really sucks. Because like I would, but like I'm not working as much. I'm not making as much money. And like I just don't want to spend the money at the moment. He's like, you know, I could just buy it and then you just get me back whenever.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So Chris's plan is to wait for him to move.
yeah.
And then never give him the money.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. There's gonna be one day where I just disappear.
Yeah. Over like $500.
Yeah, I just up and disappear. So, you know, nice guy.
Dude, our boss sent that screenshot in a group chat with all of us, with me, Giraffe Man, the elderly guy at work, and someone else. And I saw it, and he's like, does anyone want this? Or does anyone know anyone interested in this? And I did not type I've never typed Chris's name faster. Like I was like, me and Chris just talked about this. Chris was saying how he's like, damn, how am I going to play God of War in November? Because like, how am I going to find a PS5 between now and then? And I was like, Chris. Sent it
to him.
Yeah, and then he let him know, which is good.
I was like, God motherfucking damn.
God of War fucking damn.
Yeah, so I'll be getting that, which is...
Any idea when?
It might say in this screenshot. I know the order was placed. Let's see.
Yeah, he did show me the order place thing. He goes, check this shit out. I was like, what are you showing me? What is the chicanery that you're sticking in my face?
It doesn't say. It just says, thank you for your order.
They're just taking the money. They ain't even giving it.
He just got scammed. Speaking of which.
This shows
Speaking of which, I had to get a new debit card recently.
Really?
My debit card got breached.
Oh, shit. What'd they do? Fun. They take a couple bucks or a lot?
No, it wasn't like an alarming amount of money. It was like $50, but still, it was like, I didn't authorize this. And I just called and immediately had it canceled. And I was like, you know, there's a lot of places where I have multiple cards. So I'm just going to purge everything. So I had no card form of payment. No credit card or my debit card, whatever.
Oh, so would you just pay with cash for at the liquor store?
Yeah. No, I have it now.
Oh, you have it now. I got you.
I have it now. It just took them 2 days to get me the thing. So.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
They overnighted it, but they had to request it. So,
yeah.
Anyway, they overnighted me a new one, but in that time, I had everything shut down, and I got before I had the new one, I was like, man. Despite paying an absurd amount of money to attend this university, I also have to pay to park on university grounds, not at like some random garage. This is a university garage that they own.
Right.
But I have to pay because that's not included for some fucking reason.
Yeah, no. Why would it be when you pay?
Because college is a fucking scam. All this signage all around says, you can pay with cash or card. Cash or card. I look on the website. Cash or card. Cash or card.
Let me guess, COVID made it card only?
I walk in with my little fucking ticket. I'm ready to pay. And then it says, hey, we know. There's a little handwritten note that says, hey, we no longer accept cash. And I figured, oh, maybe that's just a machine. So I walk into the little office and I say, hey, I don't have a card right now. Can I pay you with cash? And he goes, no, we don't take cash. Like, why the fuck is the sign there in the first place, number one? Number two, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, here, just sign this paper and just pay it when you have a card.
Yeah, and fucking flashbacks to the main toll booth.
So what I had was I signed up this little paper and he took my ticket, and then the next day I parked there. I was like, man, I'm not going to have my card until later that day and I'm gonna have to park there, so I'm not gonna have a card again. So I had to have my dad give me his debit card so I could pay for the fucking thing. So I wasn't gonna do that whole rigmarole again. So I paid the unpaid ticket, and I paid for my parking that day. All in all, just a very frustrating experience.
What a shit university.
I understand. Here's the thing. We need options. Mm-hmm. This is the same issue I had with the toll booth. For some reason, it's 2022 and they don't take cards. They only take cash. And
just give me a fucking service fee. Get it over with.
At the parking thing, they only take fucking cards. We need to just, as a society, collectively, make every form of payment always available.
Yeah.
Are you paying with card? Good. Are you paying with cash? Good. Do you want to fucking Venmo the store? Fine.
Yeah. You have a fucking money order? Let's go.
Let me call my bank and get a wire transfer going.
Yeah.
Sir, your total's $3.97. I don't think a wire transfer is necessary. Hold on, shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna need a wire transfer over to the fucking 7-Eleven.
Yeah, $3.
Yeah, it's $3.97. Yep. Okay. Give him like 3 days. It'll be over there.
Yeah.
So I know you need to pay now.
Well, I already just wire transferred, man. I can't cancel it.
Wire. I can't cancel that.
They're like, but you absolutely can. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I can't.
So, in conclusion, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
In conclusion, fuck.
Yeah. So, maybe it was a hasty decision to just like, without fraudulent charges on any of my other cards, to just cancel them. But like, I'm not taking any chances.
No.
It's like, listen, if I hit like a skimmer or something, I'm paying with my credit card versus my debit card. My opinion changes based on the wind. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll just, whatever card first comes to my hand, that's what I pay with.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I hit a skimmer, there's a lot of stores I go to frequently that
you may have used multiple payment methods.
Have used any other payment method. So I'll just fucking cancel everything out. Whatever. Yeah. Just get everything new.
New, fresh off the block.
Yeah. So, and then I got my new card, and then yesterday I bought lunch, and immediately I got a phone call from fraud detection saying, "Hey, we detected a fraudulent charge." I said, "That sounds funny because I don't see anything." And like, "Can you confirm these 3 charges?" It was like, Did you authorize a payment for whatever amount of money to DoorDash? I'm like, yes, I did. And it's not something that's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I've bought
this
stuff
new card. They're like
super.
This new card is like super sensitive. They're like, hey, did you buy something on Amazon? You're like, I do that frequently. Like, yeah, but did you do it?
Did you buy something from a vendor called Walmart?
Wally Mart?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
I live close to one. Yeah, I go there all the time.
Okay. I don't know. I think you're full of shit.
All right. Okay. How about this one? This one's even worse. Did you get gasoline? Did you buy gasoline?
What, gas for my car?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not something that that's out of the ordinary.
But didn't you have a Prius? You're like, it's still.
No, that's a sore spot. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about the Prius. More big news in my life.
Chris is getting married.
I am. No, that's not true. I am at the end of the month doing my test to get my motorcycle permit.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get a motorcycle? No, not really. I don't have a plan to get one right away, especially at the end of October.
He's gonna get one.
I'm not gonna buy one. I'm not gonna wait till the spring. I want to buy one in the spring.
Yeah. Do you want like a sport bike or like a Harley?
I want a cheap bike. I'll tell you that. I'm not getting anything new. I'm going to get something that's like cheap that I can fix up. Because it's like, a small engine's a small engine. I can make it do what I want it to do.
Yeah.
So if I get like some cheap, like older, like Honda or something, I can just, especially Honda, it's going to be like easy to take apart, easy to do what I need to do with it. And at the end of the day, if I need to like rebuild the fucking thing, it's not going to be super difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know how close it is. I'm assuming it's rather close to like a small engine you would get at like for like a generator or something.
Yeah.
And I've rebuilt those with no problem.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
I'm not gonna get one immediately, but in the spring probably.
I like this because I haven't seen Chris much during the week for things unwork related, so I don't know any of this. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So there's some upsides to my boring and unfortunate life. I feel like maybe this is coming off a bit sad. I'm playing this up. This isn't that bad.
Yeah. Could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse. I could have like fucking stage 18 ass cancer or something. Then I would really be depressed.
Stage 18 ass cancer. Damn.
So
Rip. Chris be like, man, motorcycle permit? Yeah. Chris with the LTC be like, nah.
I'm like, well, here's the thing. I've been doing the same thing with both. I'm like, I'll fucking get to it. And then I never did. And with the motorcycle thing, I've been saying I'll get to it since I was 16. So I'm 21 now.
So 5 years. So maybe you've been saying for the LTC for like a year. So probably 4 more years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I am, let me see. Where am I at?
Because I have to go back to the place, get the new certificate, and then I gotta call the people and say, hey, I want a gun. I'm normal and can be trusted around firearms. That was a visual bit.
Yeah, so I'm roughly a month out, ideally. I'm sorry, not a month. 2 months out on mine. So
I see. All said and done, or like going to do that?
Oh, it's been done forever. Yeah, it's been done since August. I'm just waiting for the license now.
Yeah, give them 16, maybe 17 weeks.
Yeah, well, it takes usually 100 days. So.
Bruh.
Last time it took 112.
That's stupid.
Yep. I wonder how it works for renewals. Like if it takes similar, or if they just are like, fuck it, just mail him one.
Like he's already got one. So
like I hope it doesn't.
Clearly,
Like,
he's
that'd be
like
dumb
somewhat
as shit.
normal.
That'd be dumb as shit if it fucking takes 100 days to get a fucking renewal. There's no way.
Imagine if. Well, I was gonna say, imagine if it took that long to get your new license, but it's pretty much what it took you.
Yeah, I know.
We both renewed our driver's licenses like on our birthday. Well, I think yours was like fell on a Saturday, so you did it that following Monday, or whatever. I forget.
I just realized something. So November 16th. That's 100 days after I went. My phone just said that 100 days after August 8th is November 16th, 2023. Did I think I said 100 weeks or something?
I don't know, dude.
I just realized that. I typed in 100 days after October 8th. That's fucking weird. That just tripped me out. I just realized that 2023. Fuck, anyway. Man. But yeah, so I'm hyped for that. I mean, I have a shopping list.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
But what I was saying was me and Jordan both renewed our driver's licenses at the same time, pretty much, because our birthdays are very, very close to each other. And it took 10 days to get my license, and you took what, a month?
Yeah, it took
that's weird, man.
29 days, I think, for mine, or 26 days.
It's weird.
So, almost a month for that. But fuck me, I guess. And we went to the same RMV as well.
Yeah, same place.
In their defense, though, Chris's lady who did it was like, yeah, just give it like a week or something like that. Was it like, is that what she said, like a week or two?
Yeah, she said a week.
Mine was like, just give it like a month. And it took like a month, so she wasn't that far off.
She was like, listen, we don't focus our priority on small men. So we want to get the big guys able to drive, you know?
Yeah, the big guys, because if you don't get the big guys able to drive, God knows they can't walk anywhere.
No, clearly. There's just like, you know, it's only a few short steps away from just rolling down the street.
Pretty much.
Like a barrel.
Pretty fucking much. I just had like a flashback to that video we took at work of the rag. I don't know why I just had like a flashback. I'd love to tell that story someday, but... Yeah, Chris, I mean, what else have you been up to besides that? Is that just kind of it? Like a little bit of school, a little bit of work, a little bit of PS5 and vibing. Yeah. Yeah. I got my Steam Deck back. I think I mentioned that in the last one. I got it back. Been playing, been doing some things. Mm-hmm. I actually lost the bet with one of our friends because I tried playing Yakuza 0, like I mentioned. Yeah, I did mention it in the last podcast. I remember that. And I fucking died. I rage quit. I uninstalled. And then he told me I'm a dumbass. and to do it a certain way. And I said, that's fine. I can cheese the system and do it that way, but can you do it without doing that? And he barely fucking did it, but he did it. We had one singular hit left before he was going to die. And he did it, so I'm proud of him.
He did do it.
But, and then he fucking booms trying to send me the video. It took him like 3 weeks to figure out how to send a goddamn MP4.
Yeah, guy can't figure out how to use YouTube.
Yeah, dumbass. So yeah, I mean, I'm playing with the Steam Deck a little bit. I beat Control. I think I mentioned that. Mm-hmm. Control was pretty good. I'm about to start Red Dead 2 because they patched it where they fixed the memory leak. So
I see.
I'm about to start that. But right now I'm going hard in State of Decay 2. Shit's fun on the Steam Deck, and honestly, the game was starting to get a little stale for me. Like, I'm so excited for the third one. I still love the game, but like, you can only do it so many times. It's the same cycle.
That's another one of those days things.
Yeah.
I was like, I had started playing State of Decay 1 because I want to replay State of Decay 1.
Yeah,
and then I want to play 2. And I started replaying it. I'm like, and then I stopped.
You can bang
do that
out
a
one
lot,
pretty quick. So you should
noticed.
try to stick it.
State of Decay 1 is like what, 5 hours long?
Yeah.
You could play that
if you want
reasonably
you can bang it out
in one
in
sitting.
5 hours. Yeah. But State of Decay 2 on the other hand is more open ended. It has the forever communities, so you can just keep going on and on and on. They just updated it to add that. But for the main stuff, like I've been playing State of Decay 2 and like it was getting a little stale for me. I have probably like 120, 130 hours in the game between Microsoft Store and then when I bought it again on Steam. I have 20 hours on Steam and I played it for 2 years on Windows Store. So for like I think 90 hours or something. So I have a lot of time in the game. So it gets a little stale. I go back occasionally, I dabble, and I'm like, oh, this is fun again. But I finally found what I needed. I upped the difficulty just a little bit. So it starts off as standard, and then I think you have like dread, something else, and then lethal. Lethal, I don't play lethal because honestly, it's one of those games where it gets harder in an unfair way. So with lethal, like the enemies like spawn in front of you. It's bugged out so bad. Like you'll be driving your car. There's enemies in the game that are meant to counter cars. They're called bloaters. They have a poisonous cloud, obviously. So the thing is, when you hit them in a car, the poison gets stuck in the car, so you have to leave it. It's meant to counter the car, obviously. So there's this known glitch on lethal. I don't know if they fixed it yet, but I don't think they did. Where like as you're driving, a bloater will just spawn in the car and blow up, and then you have to get out of the car.
That's like the
insta kills you.
That's like the cyberpunk police.
Where they just like do a crime and they're like, hello.
You hit someone like with your car on accident and you get like a wanted level and police spawn behind you with like, and it's just a militia of people with machine guns firing at you.
Yeah.
And then you just go around the block and they're gone.
Yeah.
They despawn.
Yep. So yeah, that's good. So I upped it from normal to dread, and dread has been just challenging enough. The only thing I had that I was bitching to him about.
Does it fill you with dread?
A little bit before I do certain things. The only issue I had really was like, I mentioned this to you and Alex, the fucking AI humans, they still made them OP, but I found the solution, honestly. So I basically went on this enclave and I tried to attack them with a AR, and not a lot of ammo. I had 20 rounds, which I thought would be enough to kill 3 guys.
Typically, yeah.
So I kind of blasted them. They killed me. I had to restart my save because I was pissed, and I didn't like the map I got anyway. So I found the solution. Every time I go after a human enclave, I bring a deer rifle, and I just one-shot them in the fucking head.
Yeah, so basically, the way I deal with enemies in video games is I typically, I do a careful balance of like slowly chipping away their health while keeping my health above 0. Works every time.
Yeah, good idea. So I used the deer rifle and I was just fucking sniping them, dude. So that's been pretty good. These zombies themselves, I mean, the game is just fun. It's just like a good time. And on the Steam Deck, dude, oh, it's pretty fucking. It's like the perfect thing. I remember when the Steam Deck got announced, that was the thing that I was like, I can't wait to play State of Decay on this shit because it sucks for xCloud.
I can't wait to get this on my deck.
Yep. Speaking of your deck, if any of you in the audience are interested in a Steam Deck, you can now just buy them. You don't have to wait.
Yeah.
You just have to wait for it to get to your house. It doesn't just appear. It doesn't spawn.
It spawns behind you with a machine gun.
Yeah. But yeah, you can just buy a deck now, which has me happy, but also kind of like jealous because I'm like, what the fuck, man? I waited a year. Now these bitches don't have to wait.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing.
Fuck.
You have yours.
I've had it for a little bit, yeah.
And you've had it for some time now, and the people who are ordering them just now don't have theirs.
Yeah, bitch, get wrecked. pussy. But yeah, so you can just buy it, which
and
is
they're
pretty
gonna
sweet.
be in stores soon, right?
Yeah, that's their end goal. I don't know if they've partnered with any companies, but you should be able to just walk into a Best Buy soon and pick them up, which is pretty fucking sick. Because ultimately, that's what it needs. Like, it's like the Quest. If you could only buy the Quest by going on Facebook to a certain tab, it'd be way less popular. Steam, you have to have a Steam account, go to Steam, click on Steam Deck, buy it there. If this shit gets on store shelves, that's going to be the shit that, like, the little kid walks by and is like, oh,
holy shit, dude.
Look at that thing. It looks like a Nintendo.
Looks like the Nintendo Switch. You got Steam, you play.
You must play games? On PC, right? He's like, no, I play Mario.
It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, right? What do you want to play on this?
Honestly, though, I
just want it.
I do have to say, like, the little, like, 5-year-old, I think of our boss's kids, where they're, like, 5 and 7 or whatever, and they have their Switches. I feel like a Steam Deck would genuinely be too heavy and big for them.
It is a bit heavy.
It's a bit heavy. It's definitely super ergonomic, and it's, like, the best it could be at this time. But in terms of comparative to Nintendo Switch, it's way bigger and way heavier. So I don't think your average, like, 5-year-old would be able to just hold this thing.
No, I'm thinking of, like...
10,
12. Kids are like 10 or 11, something like that.
I'm thinking teens, too. I think teens would be really into it. Like a 14, 15-year-old.
Yeah, well, at that point, 14, 15, you have, like, some cognitive ability.
A little bit.
So, like, you can, when things go wrong, you can figure it out. But what I think will happen on occasion is, yeah, someone like that will buy it and be like, I have no experience with anything. I don't know shit about fuck, and they don't know how to use it, and they think it sucks.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
So, that's my thought anyway. Especially with like the deck, like manual intervention things where you have to like
do things.
Yeah, you have to like manually do something.
Damn. Yeah.
So,
Chris, let me lay something out for you though.
Okay.
I'm in a pretty chipper whippersnapper mood.
Are you now?
Yeah, because I'm, so the next 2 months are going to be some of hopefully the best months of my life this year, because October 19th is Letsy's birthday.
Okay.
We're going to be going away for that weekend. That's why we're actually going to do the podcast on a Friday. It's going to be a little weird. But the 18th, A Plague Tale Requiem comes out.
I see.
So I'm going to kind of chip away at that. I have that Monday off of work because we're going away. And then when we get back, we might be going to her dad's, so I'll have my deck with me. I'm going to try and play it on there. So that's the 18th. The 21st, the new Tales from the Borderlands game comes out. And it's not episodic, okay. I found out. It's a full release, which is sick. And then after that, October 28th, Modern Warfare 2 comes out. Pretty cool. I'm not crazy excited, but cool nonetheless. I'm still disappointed what they did about Linux. And then, November 9th, we got Daddy Kratos.
Yeah. So basically, that's really interesting, Jordan. Here's how the next 2 months of my life is going to go out, right?
I'm ready for
October, this. And for the rest of October, I'm going to work on my school projects. And then November, for the entirety of November, I'm going to work on my school projects. And then December, right? We're going a little further now, right? For 3/4 of December, I'm going to work on my school projects.
And then the last quarter, you're going to play God of War.
The last quarter, that's what I'm going to play. I'm going to play God of War.
Yeah. Actually, you made me think of Christmas when you said December, obviously. And I don't know if I've showed you, but I found the holy hand grenade of Steam Deck accessories. Yeah. So my PS5, because get this, PS5, 2022, Wi-Fi 6, beautiful console, cannot use Bluetooth headphones. Okay. Also cannot use Sony Bluetooth headphones, Mark IVs. Okay. So you can either plug it into the controller, which is fine. At least it's not like a PC where it's going to run to the PC. It's, in your hands. Not as bad. But if you want to use wireless audio, you need like shitty Skull Candy headsets with like a USB or like a Turtle Beach. So my solution, Avantri DG80. It's a audio-only Bluetooth adapter that does not come up as a Bluetooth dongle. You plug it in, it lights up, you hold the button, it flashes, you pair your headset and you put it close to it and it will pair itself. Okay. It's got like an onboard chip that will communicate and do it all by itself. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Once it's paired, you get a very high quality, no latency audio. It's what I use on my PS5 and my PC. Well, I think I mentioned a while back how the Steam Deck, I couldn't use my Galaxy Buds because I was playing GTA 4 when I first was like, let me try these out. and I like crashed into a wall, and like a solid second later the sound came, and I was like, this sucks, dude.
Yeah.
So I started bringing wired earbuds. They were just cumbersome. I forgot how much I hate wires. Like, fuck it. But at work, like, I don't want to have to leave the room to play with my Steam Deck. I prefer to just play it on lunch in my cube. Like, so I wanted Bluetooth earbuds. So I was like, what if I get this same adapter and I use a USB-C to A adapter? Let's try that. And then I was like, but what if I instead look for earbuds that come with this adapter? I'm sure they're going to make them. Same fucking company makes them.
There you go.
Avantry. They make a Ace 130 earbuds that are relatively comfortable. They're not fantastic, but for like convenience purposes, they're great. And they have a USB dongle. I added to my Christmas list with an adapter. My mom ended up giving them to me early because she thought I was going to buy them, because I kept saying like, fuck, I wish I didn't add them because I want to buy them now for myself.
I see.
So I don't have the adapter yet, but I tried them anyway with just regular Bluetooth. And for some reason, they are just superior to every other headset, and they don't have latency. Weird. Because everyone on Reddit has said the latency comes from the codec that the Steam Deck uses. So I don't know if it's something about these earbuds that pairs with that codec incredibly well. But I have no latency, and it's fucking amazing.
Which is really weird, because if you use, like, the way my build works, I use Pulse Audio, and Bluetooth with Pulse Audio works fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's no no noticeable latency.
Yeah.
In terms of your experience on console, like with Bluetooth and things, when I think of a problem like that, like, oh shit, I can't connect Bluetooth to this fucking thing, I just remember how shit using headphones with your console was for an absurd amount of time.
Yeah.
My Xbox 360, it was TV speakers, or I had to get the Turtle Beach ones with, it had, it would go into your auxiliary jacks, the red and the white, and then you would plug into that, so it would pull audio from there, run it to a 3.5 millimeter output. You plug in your headset into that, and you have to run, it's like a 20-foot cable they give you that runs from your TV all the way to your bed or whatever. And you have these headphones on, and then even then, sometimes it didn't work. Yeah. So if I can just plug headphones into a controller and it works,
that's great. Yeah, that's the best part about modern consoles.
I'm a happy guy.
Like PS4, PS5, it's great.
So,
but yeah, with the Bluetooth, with the Mark IVs, it works great because the other thing about the controller, too, was getting like the ANC to work as well was a little weird, because you had to like turn the headset on first, and then sometimes it would just be like pairing in your ears when you were playing. So with the adapter, it worked great. I ended up figuring out how to use it without it too. It was fine. But yeah, I just like the wireless audio. I will say the range isn't great. Like on my my Galaxy Buds, for example, I can have my phone in my office area and go straight into the bedroom, and like occasionally I'll hear like a little. But on the DG80 adapter for the PS5, if that's in my office and I make it to like my kitchen sink, it'll start to like go like in and out. But it doesn't matter. The only complaint I have is I can't use microphones with it. So like when I tried to play Call of Duty with all the guys in my department, I had to use Discord on my phone with a Galaxy button and my Mark IV over ears for the actual game, which sucked. Or actually, it wasn't even Discord. I used the PlayStation app with the PlayStation Party or whatever. And that sucked. But I mean, if you're a solo gamer like I mostly am, works great. You can buy versions, I think, that support mic input too. But you want to know something else, Chris?
What?
Got a little bit of a blast from the past for you here. I bought something on eBay.
Did you know?
Bought something on eBay. There's a game that I tried to play.
Holy shit, there's a game.
I used to play
yeah.
for like hundreds upon hundreds of hours as a little shit when I was just a tiny little shit. I mean, I'm still a tiny little shit, but I was an even tinier little shit.
Uh-huh.
I used to play it all the time. It's called iNinja.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
It sounds very familiar.
Let me pull up a photo to see if you recognize it. So I bought it off eBay for $10. I am a little upset with the condition of it. It's a PS2 game, so I understand it. But it is kind of in like rank ass, dick and balls ass condition.
Uh-huh.
But I bought it for $10. And let's see what's surprisingly upset about me buying this. I'm like, it's $10. And also, if I wanted to buy this 10 years from now, it's going to be a lot harder to find and buy.
Yeah, this looks really familiar. I can't say that I've ever played it.
So I bought that. So now, my newest sort of trifling behaviors. I'm trying to persuade the Giraffe Man to sell me his PlayStation 2. He seems interested, but he's also like trying to convince me to just buy one off eBay. And I'm like, no, man, I'd rather just buy it from you. That way, if it breaks really quick, I can beat your fucking ass. No, but I just want to buy it from him because like if he doesn't need it, I'd rather give him my money than some schmuck on eBay.
Listen, I gotta get it from you because Lexi said I can't go on eBay anymore.
And also, when you deliver it, can you give me a coffee, please?
Yeah, it's Dunkin' Donuts. She
just
said no.
include it
She
in the
said
price.
no more Dunkin' Donuts.
Just include it in the price. But she was surprisingly upset, and I get why she's like a little annoyed.
I can see why, because I get upset at myself when I purchase things on eBay that I don't need.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, do I need it? No. But is it something I would like to have and it's cheap? Yes. Because, like, that game's not going to be something I can find 10 years from now.
That's fair.
It's from 2003. Not going to find that 10 years from now. The other thing is, she's a little upset just because I have 2 PS4s in the closet and I have a PS3 on our nightstand. So when I get the PS2, I'm going to have a PS2, PS3, 2 PS4s, and a PS5.
You got a lot of PlayStations. You would be out on the PS1. You got to get one of those now too.
I might as well, right? Just complete the
collection.
I might as well.
I was also half tempted to get that God of War controller pre-order.
I haven't got that yet, but I might.
I was thinking of pre-ordering it, and then I was like, no.
Can you pre-order? I thought it comes out and you just have to buy it.
I saw a pre-order button on the website, so
I gotta look because I'm thinking about getting it.
It's like, man.
But honestly, it's less cool than I would have thought.
Fuck. I don't want to buy. I don't like it. I don't want to buy things.
I can technically buy it for free right now because I have a gift card, but I have other things I can buy with it. So maybe I'll think about it.
So, it's interesting, I guess. Like, it's cool as like a collectible, but like at the end of the day, how much do I really care about that personally?
Right.
Not a whole lot. So
yeah, I can. I can buy it. Yeah, $75. It's not that cool looking. Like it is. It is a nice controller. It's not incredible. Like I saw someone on Reddit who was like, they should have put like ice texture, not like texture, but like ice visual.
Jordan, they can't put ice on it because it would melt.
I quit the podcast. I'm done. I'm leaving.
All right, see you.
Anyway, I'm back. I couldn't. I'm bored. I couldn't leave. But yeah, what does Amazon want, dude? 2 items. Chris, you gotta listen to me on this one, dude. Okay.
Okay.
Promise to support me here. Dude,
sure.
I bought a projector like 2 fucking years ago on Amazon. We used this projector to watch movies as you would on the wall. It projects to the wall.
Right.
I bought it 2 years ago, Chris, and every single day Amazon gives me this notification that just says deal starting soon, and it's an air mattress and a projector, and it's always the same one that I bought, and I don't know why they keep doing it, but I'm getting really sick of it. It's pissing me off.
You already bought one of these. Why would you want to buy another one?
And then the best part is if I click on it, there's no deal. There's no deal, Chris. It's not on sale. It's just not. It's not even the same projector. They're not on sale, Chris. It's not the same one that it showed me in the photo.
Oh, man.
I hate Amazon. I hate it.
Amazon's algorithm works really weird.
It does, yeah.
You'll buy something, and like, think about like YouTube, the way their algorithm works.
YouTube.
You watch videos like you do on YouTube. You'll watch videos, and it will give you recommendations based on those videos, but it won't give you recommendations based on shit you watched 6 years ago. It's going to give you recommendations on stuff you watched like within the last 30 days.
Yeah. Well, like our boss said, I don't know if he had said this to you when you were there. He said his YouTube, he signed out of it on his TV. Yeah. And he said the YouTube on his TV that has no account link to it, that's just randomized, is better than his personalized one. He was like, the personalized one gives him videos that he's like, okay, cool. But then he sees like this cool astrology shit on the regular YouTube page.
Right, I see.
So, their algorithm kind of blows too, it seems.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it just keeps you in your niche.
Yeah, it's like, it's very, but it's, what I'm saying is it's shit that based on shit that you've watched recently.
It doesn't care about shit 6 years ago.
Amazon is like, hey, buddy, remember 7 years ago?
You bought a pack of AA batteries.
Remember 7 years ago you bought this pair of fucking iGummy headphones these earbuds that sound like shit.
Mm-hmm. And they probably caught fire.
We got a deal for you, okay? You can buy a 10-pack of those headphones for only $3 right now.
You paid $4 for one.
So
8 years ago.
You buying or no?
Yeah.
And it's not like, hey, I saw 2 weeks ago you bought paper towels. Do you want more paper towels?
Yeah.
It's not like
Never. It's always old shit. Like, dude, I gotta look up the date on that mattress. It's probably, or that air mattress and that fucking stupid fucking projector. It's probably literally like a year and a half ago. Like, I remember watching movies in there on it with a Christmas tree up. So, we had it before then. Like, it's so fucking annoying. It does this every day. It's from March 7th of 21. So it's going on a year. Literally
Nice.
going on a year. That's for the fucking projector, the mini projector. The air mattress, I want to say, was probably around the same time. Let me see. Where the fuck is this air mattress? I spelled mattress wrong. Give me a minute. Probably around the same time. And it's so fucking annoying. It's not even coming up. It's that old. So must be right out of the date range. But yeah. So all in all, Chris's next 2 months, or a month and a half rather, are gonna suck big dick in dick. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping it'll be a good one for me. I do have to fix that evap issue in my car though. It's not fixed.
Nice.
I replaced the purge canister, or purge valve. I mean, I just have to clear the code. I was trying to see if it would auto clear after like a week, but
Oh, and I need to do an oil change on my Fiesta.
but your
And
lug is still seized, right?
oh, it is. It's fucking seized and it's round. So I have to buy a new drain plug. I have to get under there, hammer on a fucking extraction socket, extract the fucking thing with a breaker bar, get it off. Mind you, full of oil. So it's gonna just piss on me. And to get the oil thing in position, the oil's gonna drain. It's a whole fucking thing. I had to put the new plug back in, hope it's the right one, tighten it enough so that it's tight, but not enough for
Get
it
a new crush washer when you do.
to get fucking seized in there again.
Yeah,
Then I gotta like go about putting oil in.
yeah.
You know, I just like. It's something that doesn't take very long, but it's like I can't find time to do this. I always have something more important to do.
Yeah, something that takes precedent over it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it's like, I just really am beyond the point where I'm like, do I really want to fucking take this to someone for an oil change?
Yeah.
But I might have to, is the thing.
True.
I might have to. I might have to book out. I'll see how this weekend goes. And then I'll see what next weekend looks like.
Yeah. Hey, good news is, though, we had all that rain the other day, and the floor didn't flood.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a plus.
So, the waterproofing did something.
Yeah. So, floor's still looking pretty good. Well, we have some finishing touches. We aren't where we thought we might be.
That patch that we had cleaned earlier looks pretty clean still. It just needs to probably run it over again.
Yeah, maybe the other direction instead.
Yeah.
Because if you look at where all the marks are, they're not on left and right. Well, I guess from how you're looking at it, it's more like top and bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that translates not at all through audio. There's grout marks on the floor. But yeah, we just have a little bit of work left here to do. I mean, not a ton, but enough considering how busy Chris is. So
yeah,
we and then of course the one day I've been waiting on my window cranes. I don't know if I talked about this in the podcast how I broke them off. I've been waiting on window cranes for 3 weeks. Decided to call on the way up here. I'm like, oh, they are open Saturday. Guy just said, yeah, they're here. They've been here. I'm like, oh, they've been here. You mean like fucking week ago when I called you guys for 3 days in a row, and the guy kept being like, dude, you should just stop calling. Like, we'll call you. So I stopped calling. You didn't fucking call me. The guy's like, yeah, we'll let you know. And then I get an automated message.
And then they didn't let you know.
Yeah, I got an automated message that I didn't listen to all the way. I ended up being an Amazon stand, but I just heard like your order, and I hung it up. So that's why I had called them initially, because I was like, hey, do you guys send automated messages or do you call? And he's like, no, we call. I'm like, all right, that's not you. But are they ready? He's like, no. Called him like 2 days in a row. Keep in mind, when I ordered them, the guy's like, oh yeah, give me like 3 days. I think he meant 3 fucking weeks.
Nice.
So, and then, Chris, I don't know what I'm going to do if they don't fit. I'm going to do something heinous if they don't fit.
We're gonna have to see Jordan's like Joker arc.
He's gonna
do something he might regret.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad if they don't fit, dude. I've been waiting long enough. They're expensive as fuck. I paid $44 for 2 pieces of dick and ass plastic.
Unbelievable.
Like, they better fit. If they don't fit, I'm walking out of there with a new Chevy free of charge. I'll convince him.
I'm gonna show him my 100% off coupon.
Actually, speaking of,
that's so it would translate to audio.
Yeah. Speaking of that, our boss gave me that old TV he had to shoot. So I'm doing a bit of a think. We have the shooting video we did once. I'm thinking that when I get my new hardware,
Part 2.
we do a part 2.
Part
so
2.
maybe I'll get the new hardware sooner than I intended because I can buy that now even without the other license. Because the biggest one that I want is a bullpup rifle. So
you should get we'll pitch in, all of us. We'll get a Barrett 50 cal rifle.
Oh Jesus Christ! It won't even fit in my apartment.
That fucking thing is like $12,000. But think of it this way: if you need to shoot someone 1.5 miles away, that's behind the world's thickest tree, and then you want it to keep
Sequoia.
going after that, you know, what are you going to do if you can't do that?
If you're trying to get collaterals to get the fucking diamond camo,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what you use.
Like if you're trying to get diamond camo, all guns, no hacks, no boosts, nothing. You know, how are you going to do it without the actual gun, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, but that'll be a part 2 video coming, and then the Monterey video is still in the works. Some final editing touches. Chris is just.
I don't
busy.
have time to touch the fucking thing, so don't count on it anytime soon. I keep constantly getting irritated because I'm like, I should work on this. But I'm like, I have so many other fucking things to work on.
Is it what's left to do? Is it just like editing touches? Because you could literally just export it and send it to me.
I need to put the outro on, and then I need to do I just need to do that final sweep, the last 10%. Because I watched the video's really long. I watched the first 45 minutes and didn't find anything I wanted to change, other than maybe putting music in certain places.
Yeah.
So honestly, you know, maybe that's something we'll do. But
yeah, maybe we have 2 options here. Maybe we do a thing where you export it, send it to me, I finish it, or since you can't find time, not that this magically makes time, but maybe we just do it together on one of the podcast weekends. We try to incorporate that and just bang it out. Again, that doesn't just magically make time because technically we're taking your time by doing this anyway. But I don't know, maybe it'd be better that way or something.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll figure out because I do want to get that video out. So especially if we want to, get the main video out and shit. So at some point, because that hasn't. I don't know where the footage is, to be honest.
It's on that computer right there.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember where we put it. I was too drunk that weekend.
I haven't even begun to think about touching that footage.
Yeah. So that was more of a hangout weekend anyway. The video was second, in Monterey where we did I keep always forgetting if we actually announced that it's in Monterey. We did.
We talked about this a million times on the podcast already, so it doesn't matter.
In Monterey, we went there for the video. That was the main thing, and then hanging out second. In Maine, it was more of hey, let's do this cool thing, but maybe make a video out of it. So,
yeah.
So it made sense that it would be less organized.
So yeah, those IRLs will exist. They are in the works. Trust me.
Yes.
And
in the pipeline.
Like I'm saying, with Monterey, it's fucking long. It's an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But 90% of the work's done.
Yeah. The hard stuff is done, and now it's the touch-ups,
It's just, the footage is, for the most part, where I want it, and it's the exact parts I want. Mm-hmm. It's just I have to add those finishing touches. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So, not too bad. Not too bad.
If I work on it, if I could get, just a time where I can just have, a solid, few hours to put into it.
Yeah.
That might be the move, but will that time come soon? Probably not.
Probably not, no. So we'll discuss it and figure out what we can do. But yeah, and then we have Halloween around the corner. We're gonna get drunk belligerently. I don't know why, but we're gonna.
No, not even for the camera. We're just gonna do that, and we're gonna
end up in an obituary.
Turn off the lights. We're gonna turn off the lights in here. We're just gonna be pitch black, and we're just gonna. Got on opposite sides of the room in the complete darkness. We're also going to blindfold ourselves, and we're just going to walk around wildly swinging our fists until they make contact with each other.
Or
and
something.
Whoever goes down first is the loser.
Okay.
Not even for content, just to do it.
I'm actually dressing up for Halloween at work. So Halloween's on a fucking Monday. Stupid
I
shit.
can't believe Halloween's on a Monday. Can't they move that shit to be like universally on a Friday? It's like the last Friday of October. We just have it that way.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, I got Halloween. I'm dressing up as Spooderman. I wanted to be Nathan Drake. I thought that'd be a good one because like Tom Holland has opened up the door to short Nathan Drake kings like me.
I see.
Because he's a shorty as well. So yeah, if I wanted to be Nathan Drake, but Lexi didn't want to be Lara Croft. But for some reason, she wanted to be Black Cat. So I'm like, that seems infinitely more complicated than Lara Croft, just a bitch in a t-shirt with handguns. But whatever.
Fair.
So yeah, I'm being Spooderman. So that should be funny. I think that'll go over well at work because there's a lot of people who refer to me as Tom Holland.
Spider-Man's real. We found him.
I'm gonna do that bit. Expect that. I'm wearing it for like whatever episode comes out like on the day of, or not the day, the week of Halloween.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be a situation where Jordan wears this costume for like extended periods to the point like he doesn't shower, he doesn't wash it, it just smells. You can smell Jordan from a mile off.
Yeah.
He's wearing that fucking costume again.
Honestly, I think it'd be a really funny idea. I just had this idea.
Did you know?
Yeah, I just had this idea. What if we do a Halloween episode, right, where we're doing the podcast, so it'll be the next time we record, we do one episode where we're in Halloween costumes. And I get the fucking web shooters with silly string, and that's how we end the episode. I just shoot it at the camera. That'd be kind of cool.
Silly string the camera.
That would actually be kind of cool. I think I'm going to do that. But, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been Spider-Man since I was like 7. This is the last time
I've been Spider-Man a couple of times.
I went every year for like 4 years.
Same costume.
I went red suit, black suit, red suit, black suit. Like,
I've done both as well.
Yeah.
They had the ones that would have the built-in muscles too. They would have padding, so you had muscles.
Even though like it's like dude, these kids just like this.
Yeah.
Walking around like a fucking oomp.
But a fat little pudgy kid with his candy.
Fat little pudgy kid. Yeah, so we went to the liquor store before this to just kind of like shop around, and we ended up buying Angry Orchards. And on the way out, I saw this kit that said Halloween trick or treat or whatever for adults, and it was little nips of whiskey. I thought that was kind of funny.
It's like, hey kid, here's this. Wait a second, hang on. Hey parent, this is yours. And the kid just goes home and he's like looking through his candy.
He opens it and
he's
chugs
got
it.
whiskey. He's like, what the fuck is this? And he goes to chug it and
he dies.
Have you ever seen the video? I think it was a Vine, honestly, of the kid like maybe 12 years old, like. We're drinking vodka down the hatch, and he pours it in his mouth. And goes, and has like a fit because it tastes like shit.
Yeah,
it'd be like that, I imagine.
Oh my god, probably. So, I don't imagine it going much different than that. But Chris, we're barely about to crack the hour mark, but I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
So,
what are the platforms, Jordan?
Fucking short-term memory with this guy, dude. Jesus Christ. As always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed linked below. You can also find us on YouTube, video platform. We also have Spotify, the video platform. And find us Instagram, TikTok. We have shorts we post there. You can reach out to us. And also reach out to us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. And that's all, folks.